We're Lance and Christy. Join us as we build our dream. Welcome to Knight's Helm Farms.
Hi, and welcome back to Fun with Farms. Today we're going to be talking about our next big project. And for us it's a really big project because we don't typically use big power tools, big machinery, except for the tractor. And we do all the work ourselves. And this next project is going to be pretty much like...
Nothing larger than the tractor.
Hmm?
What do you mean, nothing larger than the tractor?
Yeah, nothing larger than the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We don't rent stuff.
Like, we think it's a big project.
It's a big
but
project.
Other people might not think it's big because the only thing that
because
the
they
biggest
would
thing
use, like, say, a zero-turn mower with a planetary post hole digger and make it quick and easy.
A zero-turn mower.
Huh? Whatever. Skid steer. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't know I could put a planetary post hole digger on my zero-turn.
You might be able to. I don't know. We could try that someday.
Oh, that's funny. So we are actually kind of in our backyard with our garden behind us because this would be our 5th garden here in this, we've done 4 gardens here already.
4 or 3 with this particular
20,
setup?
21, 22, and 23. 4.
Did we actually build it in 20?
Yes.
Wow, we've been here this long.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've learned a thing or two, which I guess is a good thing.
That many things.
If you can do something and learn from it, then when you have to change it, you shouldn't feel bad because you're just basically going along with what you have learned. And there are many things about this garden that are awesome, but there's also many things about it that don't work well in our climate and with our particular circumstances.
Territory.
Yeah, our territory. Yeah.
So what we plan on doing is building a new greenhouse. As you can see, we have the Caterpillar greenhouse back over here.
And it's coming up on end of life.
Yep, it's about to hit its 4th year. The plastic only lasts usually for about 4 years. It may be even less because we had the cats jumping on it and all that kind of fun stuff. But the other thing about it too is that there is some unused space on it since it has that hoop to it. Out in the edges, not so much. When we first built it also, we put gravel down and figured that would be good. But unless you spend the time every single day, every week or whatever, and maintain it, eventually weeds are going to get in.
Actually, it's not bad in there because we put cardboard underneath the gravel.
We did.
But we didn't bring the cardboard out beyond.
Yeah.
And so the edges, it creeps in.
We've even got like a baby tree type of thing growing in there.
Yeah, there's no way to stop that.
Yeah. So we've decided, we need to do an upgrade.
And it doesn't look that nice.
No, not anymore.
So let me go to the other side of the garden and we'll shoot back toward where I'm standing currently.
Okay.
You have a cat.
I have a cat.
Oh, it's the self-appointed
foreman.
Project foreman, yeah.
Yes.
So from the highway, which is behind me, you can see here we have our garage. There's our house. Over there we've got our chicken coop, which is made out of cedar. Back there we have what we call the coop barn. And then we have the cat shed. And then there's this caterpillar tunnel that is just kind of janky looking.
Yeah.
It's kind of janky looking.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking...
But it was our first, it was
first projects. It was literally our first project. It was the very first thing we built here.
So we learned a lot from it. And afterwards we did these raised garden beds. And
we've learned a lot from that too.
We did cardboard in the bottom, that kind of stuff.
We did cardboard and we have like chicken wire to keep things from coming up into it.
Right. But that was just bigger things like,
moles and that
gophers,
kind of stuff. Which we don't even have a problem with that here.
Yeah.
We don't even have to worry about that here.
Yeah. Sandworms.
Hi.
Things like that.
So, I've never pulled out last year's garden because we started talking about this. I didn't plant a winter garden, and so last summer's garden is still here. So the problem we have with this is we have Bermuda grass, which comes up into the beds all the time. Which technically
Nothing stops it.
That's not such a bad thing.
Not necessarily. As long as you keep pulling it.
Yeah, we have to keep on top of it.
Yeah, stay on top of it all the time.
The other thing that we have here are wheat termites.
Yes.
They don't go after your wood, they go after your plants.
Yep.
And so whenever you water in the drought season, wherever you're watering, that's where the termites come, and then they eat your plants off at ground level. At ground level.
Yeah.
The other problem we have is we plant our garden early because our last frost is in February usually. And so we get ready and we plant early, and everything is going great, like March, April, May, June, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then July hits, it's super, super hot, no rain.
Everything gets scorched.
And everything gets scorched because it's out here with nothing over it. Like we're just, you know,
out in the
exposed
open.
to the elements.
No high tunnel, no nothing like that. Yeah.
Right. The other problem is, you see right here, we've got a cat going to the bathroom in the garden, which is pretty damn disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. The other thing is the skunks and the possum and the raccoons and the deer come get in our garden.
Yes.
And the birds.
Possibly red fox.
Yeah, I saw a red fox the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're sharing our garden with wildlife and cats.
Yep.
Now, originally we had 2 beds there, this triangle bed, and 2 beds here. Then the next year we added another bed.
3rd bed on this side.
And then 2 years later, which was 22, we added these 3.
Yep.
And this one, no matter what I put in here, it dies.
Yes.
So I think that's bad soil.
Just plants.
Something.
Cats are good.
Yeah, cats are fine.
Cats are fine.
Cats are fine.
Cats are fine. Right, Pips? Yeah. Hi, Pips. Hi, Pips.
Like a gopher.
Pip. Yep.
Yeah, everything does good in here until you plant it, and then it's dead.
Yeah.
Last year we added the drip system, which worked. However, when it got super hot outside, because our lines are up in the air and they're black, the water was hot, and so you turn the drip system on, and you're essentially killing your plants because you've got hot water on it.
Yeah.
So what we were thinking was, we like the raised bed, but we need to keep everything out of it. We still want a greenhouse.
So we're gonna, do something for the greenhouse.
We're going to have it all intertwined.
We're going to make it all one big thing.
And we're going to, I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's going to bite you. So, I don't know.
Yes.
And then, so what we're going to do is kind of combine our aviary. Oh, no, it's after me. Our aviary design.
With our raised garden beds. With
and a greenhouse. And it's going to be what we're calling
Grail Gardens.
And it's going to be
it's us.
It's going to be a big building here that's 32 by 32 with a pitched roof.
Yep.
7-foot high walls.
Yep, it'll probably start right around here. Go at an angle from...
Yeah, like this.
They said an angle to everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
But so, this portion right here will have a door that you go into.
And the reason we're walking you through this is because we just had 10 inches of rain and we can't start it. We wanted to start it, but we can't start it because the ground's too squishy.
Yes.
We don't want to mess up our...
The front of it will be right here. It's going to be 32 feet wide. We'll have the door entry into it right here. We will take apart all the raised garden beds and rebuild them inside after we've already put up all of the 4x4 posts. So we'll have 4x4 posts going along the outside with hardware cloth attached to all that as basically, the walls, but allowing air through and everything. It'll prevent the cats, the raccoons, all the big stuff from getting through there. In addition to that, we we're thinking about, okay, one of our problems is the wheat termites. So what are we going to do about them? Well, first we were thinking titanium steel underneath all this and decided, no, that may not be great for the plants trying to grow. Concrete, no, that wouldn't work either. So basically we did some research and we found...
We got the professional grade.
Professional grade, like fabric,
whatever that stuff
agricultural
is.
fabric
Yeah.
that should, not necessarily, but should prevent even like the crabgrass and that kind of stuff from growing through it. And it should definitely prevent, the wheat termites from getting up through there. The cool thing about it too is you don't cut it, you basically burn the spots and make it just the right size. So we're going to use 4x4 posts for the perimeter and for the supports inside this, and we'll make the hole just big enough to put that in there, and that'll help prevent anything from getting through. But of course, we'll have to do the normal maintenance. So this will be the entrance right here. We'll reconfigure all these so that you have a raised garden bed on either side of the door and a couple going back, and then a couple more going in, and
then you'll have another doorway
going back this way. So
into the greenhouse.
We'll go about 24 feet back this way.
24 feet.
And remember, this new Grail garden will be 32 feet deep. We'll go back about 24 feet, and then we'll have another door right here. This whole section, which is going to be 32 feet wide and 8 feet deep, that is going to be our new greenhouse. And we're going to use the dual layer, basically panels. Yeah, they're like 4x8 panels. We're going to do that all the way around the whole thing. So it's closed off from everything. The door will be the same thing.
And well insulated.
This will help insulate it and keep it basically sectioned off from everything else. So, hopefully.
So in the summertime we can open the door. In the wintertime we can close it, have a place for our citrus trees.
And it'll be warmer. Yeah.
Right.
Because unfortunately, here's one of the things. Even with this caterpillar tunnel and everything,
it doesn't stay warm enough.
It doesn't stay warm enough. With this freeze, we had to go ahead and take our plants that were in pots and put them in the garage, which you can see way down there.
Yeah,
we got it in a rolling cart
they're
right now.
They're in a cart.
Yeah.
I brought them out, and we pulled them out and put them back in a couple of times, but I think they're safe now. I don't think we're going to freeze again.
Yeah, so we're going to give this a shot. It's going to be a lot of work, but basically we're going to have our greenhouse in the back, and it's going to be with that corrugated,
dual panel
paneling.
And then the whole roof of this structure
will be basically the corrugated clear panels, so that way plenty of sunlight still comes through. It's not really affecting that. During the winter time, it's going to help hold in the heat to keep the greenhouse warmer than the surrounding area, and just to basically prevent too much damage from all the extra rain and all that kind of stuff. The other benefit to that, though, too, is that we will now have another big surface area to collect rainwater.
More rainwater collection.
Yep, because we have been doing that. It's been very successful for us instead of using, county water. So once we have that built and we're collecting the rainwater, we'll be using that. We'll have two tanks, basically, one on either side. One will run half of it, and one will run the other half. Beyond that, we are going to move the sink that we built a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Our outdoor sink, yeah.
We're going to have that on one side of the greenhouse. Well, the whole thing,
the
Grail Gardens. We're going to have it on one side of the Grail Gardens, so then that can be hooked up to our tanks as well. What else are we doing?
Shade cloth on the inside.
Yeah, shade cloth. So one good thing about this was that we did get shade cloth for it, and that did help a lot during the summer times. What we intend to do, instead of just stringing it on the outside of Grail Gardens, we're actually going to put it in rolls on the inside. So during the winter time, we don't need the shade cloth.
We can drop it down.
It'll be up at the top on the inside.
Oh, see, I thought it would be at the top of the wall, and we'll pull it up in the
Well,
summertime.
we can probably do, I think we can do both. If
Okay.
we do like a little, maybe kind of a pulley system or something, we can have 2 rolls at the very peak, and then we can bring it down like this to provide shade. We'll figure it out.
So there's going to be shade cloth on the inside,
Yep,
hard roof all over the top
over the whole thing.
to
on the
collect
top.
rainwater.
Yep. Yep.
And then we're going to take the existing plastic, because it's not 100% done yet.
Yeah.
We're going to take the existing plastic, and only on the hardware cloth portion, we'll install it so that we can roll the sides up and down the same way we have
With it over there.
on the actual
Just
greenhouse.
larger because the sides. of
It'll be
the thing would
24
7 feet tall. So,
by 7.
Yeah, so we'll be able to roll it down on the sides, and then on the front we have the doorway, and we're going to use the corrugated plastic around the doorway there a little bit, but the rest of it's still just going to be hardware cloth. We'll set up some more rollers right there so we can bring it down there too.
So in the wintertime, we can essentially close it like a high tunnel.
Right.
So
Yep.
we'll be able to garden year round without
Yep.
bugs. We'll be collecting our own water, and we'll have shade from the hot summer sun,
Mhm.
and an integrated greenhouse. So we are just like right there, boom, boom, and we can
Right.
keep all the cats out and all
Yep.
the wild animals out. Yeah,
They're adorable, but they don't need to be in the garden.
that's right. That is right. Hi,
Yep.
Bendemis. Hi, Miss Bendemis.
So that should be a really big project for us, but lots of fun if we're successful with it. The other thing that we discovered by doing this is even if you protect, you use something to protect things from coming up underneath right here, they still get out and around from the edges.
Right.
So we'll make sure that the agricultural fabric is going out further,
I think I measured it for 4 feet.
4 or 5 feet
Additional.
on every side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that way it'll be sticking out further.
So it'll be like 42 by 42.
Yeah. So for the most part, when stuff starts to try and encroach on our area, it's going to be coming from if this is the edge of Grail Gardens, it'll be coming from out here, and we got plenty of time to
Plenty
stop
of
it.
time to get to it, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
then,
gonna be-
once that's all done,
Yeah.
then we can come over here. Oh, first thing will be the lights. These lights will actually come, I think, off the back of the garage over there in that corner,
Yeah.
and onto the Grail Gardens and around Grail Gardens,
We'll put them around Grail Gardens.
instead of coming off the house and going all the way around out here.
That way light will be shining all the way around again, kind of like it is now.
Yeah, but it'll look nicer.
Yes.
And then we can take this down.
We'll take this down, especially since we're going to reuse the plastic for as
Right.
long as it lasts.
Right.
But we'll get rid of this then, give this all open space.
And we're going to move our compost and our trash.
Yeah, the compost and trash section right here.
The chickens have been in the compost and
Yeah.
spread it all
We
out.
think we'll probably put it closer to the fence over there, facing this direction still.
Right.
And we'll just make it look prettier. We'll probably use more of this lattice across the back.
The backside, yeah.
So people don't really know what it actually is.
And then the whole thing will be compost instead of having a section for the trash bin.
Yeah,
So this will all have the
right.
lattice on it as well.
Because
And then-
one of the things, we hadn't been using it that much. We were waiting for it to degrade some more.
Well, we
But-
couldn't get here anymore because we put this fence
Yeah.
up, and we couldn't drive the tractor to dump.
grab this.
Yeah.
But
so
the chickens are doing pretty good.
the
with
chickens are
consistent
doing a
stuff.
good job.
We
Yeah.
just have to collect it back in one place again.
We will.
Yeah.
It'll
So,
be easy.
Once we get this out of the way, that's out of the way, we're going to basically extend.
Well, this
first,
fence has to be
This
moved.
fence will go back. We're going to take the fence back to right here.
Which I know seems silly.
Other end of
It's
the
like
opening.
8 feet. We're moving this fence.
But
8
we
feet
got-
to right
we got
here.
Reasons for it. We just want to make another paddock in this area.
So this barn then will become the barn with this paddock,
Right.
and this paddock will go almost all the way to the cat shed.
It will go pretty much the same place where this is right now, so we can continue to have this for the cats.
The
And
chickens are in the coop.
Yeah.
In the
we might
greenhouse.
expand on this too. That'll be another thing.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
a whole separate deal.
Whole separate deal. But in any case, we'll take the new paddock to here and then straight out
Yeah.
To meet up with.
Probably about where Morgannon is.
Yeah. Just this side of that shed.
Yeah. Right here on the corner.
I think, most likely we'll go on the corner. It's going to be the easiest place to attend.
So it's going to be a small paddock, but it'll be like our nursery paddock, the maternity ward.
Right.
Hi, Morgannon!
What, you're not so sure? You're not sure about the camera?
Oh, it's not the camera. He just gets freaked out about you sometimes, and I don't know why.
Hi.
He loves you,
Hi.
but you walk up to him and he's like, oh no, not you.
Yeah, so.
It's our Norwegian forest cat. Look at all the cat footprints on the front of this thing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You should see all the cat footprints on my car.
So so this fence will get moved back, and then there'll be another fence that comes across here over to the cat shed and back.
Right. So I'll give us yet another paddock and probably more useful space than what we were doing here.
Yeah.
Because after learning
Look at
about
that mess.
everything out there,
That's 10 inches of rain.
Yep. After learning about everything over here over the years, it's just, we were going to expand on the raised garden beds, but they're just not quite effective enough with certain types of things.
That's our next, I don't know what she's got going on down here.
They all do. Look behind you.
Oh, these two are. That's Mr. Samwise. And Miss Bendemis, that's his mom. The little tiny one's the mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Frodo, that's her other boy. And this is one of her girls, Monkey. Hi, Monkey!
So, that's going to be fun. The first step, obviously, will be clearing
Dismantling.
all this out. We're going to dismantle all this. We're going to reuse it.
Yeah.
Reuse the wood and all that kind of stuff. We'll recollect all of the soil.
Well,
we'll add more to it.
We have billboard tarps.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we'll just put billboard tarps over here and put all the dirt on top, and we can stack all the wood up on runners.
Mm-hmm.
And we could tarp it too if we need to.
Yeah.
But I think we're kind of out of the woods for weather.
We'll probably get,
I don't know.
Get this started probably about middle of February.
February,
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I might have some time then to work on it. But yeah.
And this over here, I know someone's going to comment that we didn't harvest our oranges. This is a bitter orange, which is essentially and this camera gets heavy. It's essentially an ornamental tree. And last year we got so much rain that it put on a bazillion blossoms, which is the good part about this tree, is the blossoms and the scent in the springtime. Mm-hmm. So we have an abundance of oranges, which have been frozen, and they're weird and squishy and all that. But we usually just mow over them.
They weren't really edible anyway.
They're not edible. It's there's nothing inside. It's just all seeds and pulp, like the bad pulp kind of stuff.
I did
not
find
the kind that you can eat.
I did find one interesting use for them though. A couple of weeks ago, while I was cleaning one of the cat waters, I cut a couple of them open and used the juice in there to clean it out, because with the acidity and everything.
Right. It's like using vinegar to get rid of hard water stains.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice having the sink over here next to the garden building. And then on the other side, so I think we're going to put the sink on this side, or maybe even the front. And then on this side of the garden building, we're going to build another little thing with the lattice.
Little alcove
for the trash can to be right here, which is closer to the house, first of all. And then, we feed the cats every night. We always have trash from them. And so it's close to the studio where we get the cat food and we put the cat food away. We can throw the trash away. And it's closer to where the trash can goes every week to be emptied. So just seems like a better thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a nice looking building.
Yep. It's going to have lights.
It'll have lights. It'll have its own water supply. Mm-hmm. The sink then will be dual water. Like we can put county water on one faucet and rainwater on the other faucet. So if we need county water, we've got it. Oh my. She's a big complainer. And she's got really muddy feet.
Yes. It's all right.
So and then that over there will just be a big paddock all the way across with alpaca in it.
Yep.
And it's really close to the office, so that when I'm in the office, I can see out there to see who's you know, like if we're expecting a new one, we'll know. We'll
Right.
know pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the alpaca and the cats will be close to each other.
Mhm.
Look at those claws.
Yeah. Luckily, they don't use them on us.
Yeah.
On each other sometimes, not on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
They're good kids.
Monkey.
Look at her tail going.
Monkey monk.
You'd think she hated it, but she actually likes it. Oh,
Oh,
getting down.
she was done.
Getting down now.
Yep.
There's Aragorn. They're probably all confused, wonder why we're outside.
Right.
Why are you outside? Just
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, just talking.
Just talking.
Yep. So that's the plans for the next big project. We have other plans. We have other things
We have
still to
little
do.
stuff. Yeah, we got some little stuff
Yeah.
mixed as well.
Do a few more things before we get started on this.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing will be taking this apart, getting it cleared out. We're gonna have to scrape the ground to make sure we've got a
Yeah.
nice clean
Well,
site,
there's gravel here that you can't even see anymore.
right.
And
We'll do all that, and then the big fun part. I mean, we're gonna come across things we didn't think about, and we have to
this is
work
just
out and
all the
everything.
holes. 'Cause
It-
there's 25 posts.
25 posts, and as you've seen before, even though I have a tractor around here with
I bet
the
right now though
and
you
stuff,
could use the drill.
maybe
Maybe.
possibly use a drill right now, but I'll be digging them by hand pretty much.
Probably, yeah.
I'll probably go through 2 or 3 post hole,
Shovels.
well, handles at least.
Handles.
The shovels themselves, the metal shovels will probably survive, but like what happened last year, I'll probably be breaking a couple handles here and there,
Probably.
you know. And I'll, I don't know, after doing all those, it'll be like doing the aviary over here. I'll probably start out looking like this, and then by the time I'm done, I'll be like, yep, all right. Well, we will talk to you later. Bye.